If these outer posts are not square, everything we build after today is wrong. The beams, the floor joists, the wall. Every single thing we do from this point forward sits on top of what we do right here, right now. Here's the thing nobody tells you about pouring your own concrete. They're not always going to land exactly where they're supposed to be. Dudes, our concrete ain't square. But today we're going to learn how to work with what we got so we can still set our pier post beams level, plumb, and ready for beams. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, we're going to show you exactly how we pulled it off. And if you're building anything yourself, you're going to want to stick around for the part that almost went sideways. Now, for the ones that's been following us, y'all know what it took for us to get here. We poured every single one of these concrete piers ourselves. No contractor, no experience. Just your boy, a whole lot of concrete, and way too many days in this heat. We had rain, we had equipment issues. The concrete fought us on every pour, but they're in there, they're cured. And now it's time to frame this thing up. If you're new here, welcome, dudes. We're a family of 6 building a completely off-grid homestead from scratch. No contractors, no experience. With real mistakes, with real lessons in every video. If that sounds like something you want to follow, hit that subscribe button, because it's about to get real fast. So here's exactly what we're getting into today. Step 1, we're setting our outer pier posts. These are the posts that sit on the outside edge of the foundation. They carry the beams, they carry the floor joists, they carry the floors, they carry the walls, they carry the roof. Believe in that order. Y'all, everything starts right here. Can you believe it? Step 2, we got to get these posts plumb and level. Plumb means up and down. Level means that all the tops are the same height. So if one of these posts are crooked, then the beams are crooked. And if the beam's crooked, the floors are crooked. And dudes, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No. Step 3, we got to square things up. And this is where things get a little interesting. Because remember when I mentioned that our concrete isn't exactly where the plan said it should be? Yeah, we're going to get into all that. So let's stop talking and let's get into it. All right. So here's what we're working with today. These outer piers right here, this is our starting point. Now, a pier post sits on top of that concrete pad using a Simpson bracket. These little metal connectors right here. They bolt to the concrete and the post drops down into them. That's how we keep the posts from floating around on top of the pier. The posts themselves are using 6x6 treated lumber. These things heavy, y'all. Your boy's big chunky self has been moving these things around all morning. And I already feel it in my back, but we keep moving. Posts go in the bracket, we tack it in. Don't fully bolt it yet, and I'm going to tell you exactly why in a minute. Then we check for plumb on 2 sides, front to front, back to back. Both have to be dead on. Once it's plumb, we put up temporary braces, nail it at an angle to hold it in place while we move on. Do not skip the bracing, dudes. I'm telling you right now, do not skip the bracing. Hey, real quick, if you want to follow this whole build from raw land to complete off-grid home, hit that subscribe button. We're documenting everything from the good, the bad, and the ugly. And trust me, there's plenty of ugly. Come join the fam. So we get the first few posts in, and we're feeling good. Feeling real good, actually. And then we go to pull our string line to check square. So let me tell you what didn't work. So when you're framing, use the string line to check if your outer posts are all lining up straight. It's a tight string pulled from corner post to corner post. Every post in between should touch that string, or at least be within a hair of it. Dudes, they wasn't touching the string. I'm going to be straight with you because this is exactly what nobody actually shows you. And when we poured these concrete piers, we did everything we could to keep them in line. But concrete is concrete, and you're working with forms and dirt. Things shift a little, and by the time they all cured, they shifted a little. And some of our piers wasn't exactly where the plan said it would be. I want to say your boy planned it that way, but obviously that's not the case. So here's what we had to figure out, and here's the lesson I want you to take if you're doing your own build. When your piers are off, you got two options. One, panic. Option two, use the bit of adjustment that you got between your concretes and your brackets before you fully secure them. And we went with option two. These Simpson brackets, before you run the final bolt down, they got a little bit of adjustment to them. A little wiggle room, and we used every bit of it. We measured, and then we adjusted the position of every one. Look at that. We pulled the string again. Dudes, we got it. It's not perfect, square enough to build on, and that's the goal, just square enough to build on. Now, I got to keep it real with you about what this all costs, because that's what we do here. 6x6 posts aren't cheap right now. Lumber prices are what they are. And your boy doesn't have the budget to go and replace one if I mess one up. I know some channels out there, they can buy everything in one trip, no second thought. But unfortunately, that's not our reality. And every piece of lumber we do put in the ground is a paycheck decision. And that's okay, because that's our story. But every step we do make gets us one step closer. Guys, look at this. A few months ago, this was nothing but raw land. But look at us now. We have posts in the ground, plumb, level, and ready for beams. I want to be honest with you because there's days out here on this build I really didn't know if we're going to be able to pull this off paycheck to paycheck. No contractors, no experience. A family of 6 counting on this to get done. There's been days I actually stood out here and was thinking like, man, what did we actually get ourselves into? But then you have days like today where you set up your string line and your posts are square and you look at that and think, we might actually pull this off. At the end of the day, it's not about building a house off grid. It's about building a future for my family. And the more we get off grid, the more self-sufficient we are. And the more self-sufficient we are, the more free we are. And honestly, I feel like we're winning, dudes. So before I let y'all go, I need your help because next we're going to try to put up the rest of these posts. And I definitely want to make sure that I'm doing it right. So if you framed out a floor system on a pier and beam foundation before, what is one thing that you wish you knew before you got started? What's one thing that surprised you? Comment down below and let me know because your boy needs all the advice and all the help that I can get. If you've been following this build, hit that subscribe button. And in the next steps, we going up, up, up. First it was raw land. Then it was concrete. Now it's post. Next it'll be beams. And then a floor. And then walls. And then a roof. And then eventually it'll be a home. Every project starts with a dream, guys. Every single one. Mark us out.